88.7 KZI, this is the morning grind coming up on 8 o'clock. That's DJ Wiz, y'all.
Wiz, I don't like you, Wiz.
We beefing with Wiz.
Cause he be messing up people.
The game. That's why he is killing the game.
People are at work. People are trying to do their best.
They're trying to get out of their car.
Yeah, you can't be giving us the club scene, some Friday night funk during the daytime. Wiz, catch me outside.
Are we going to have to drop a diss track on Wiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wiz come back and have something for all three of us.
Yeah.
We like, how he diss us
without saying a word.
anything?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm gonna let y'all.
Jabari, come on, man. You gotta catch these. You gotta catch this work.
Nah, man. I'm gonna let y'all catch them hands by yourself. Wiz is my boy.
Hey, he is a big dude too. You haven't met him,
I haven't
right?
met him yet.
He is big.
That's true.
And he does actually work with his hands in like his daytime, which he don't want to do. He would prefer to just do music.
Right.
But I hope I'm not putting too much out there, Wiz. Please don't choke me out. But he ain't like you would hope he's like 5 foot nothing and 100 pounds. Mm-hmm. But nah, he looked like the dude you may not want to fight either.
Yeah, nah. You don't want to mess with Wiz. Wiz hands is hand. Wiz got hands.
So Jabari, can I come up to the table and be like, yo, man, because you used to DJ Jabari,
right.
and I know you still come out of retirement every now and then, but can I come up to DJ Wiz and be like, yo, man, this thing ain't even man, this is bad. Like, don't do that.
You might be on your own for that one, son. You might be on your own for that one. Nah, man, I'm gonna let that brother make it. He got hands.
Messing with a cock diesel.
A cock diesel DJ.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
man,
that ain't the one you run up on.
No, sir. No,
This
sir.
ain't what you want.
Exactly. Nah, this ain't what
Back
you want.
to can I just throw one last thing in? I know we got some stuff coming up, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, at the end, Aubrey Graham, I don't remember what his whole name is, but man, listen, he told that DJ, and I quote, to shut up and play some drums. Listen, Metro, leave him alone. Like, what is he again? He's like one of those crazy Scorpio or something like that.
Yeah.
They crazy.
Yeah.
They crazy like that.
Yeah.
Because he told he said, shut your blank up and play some drums.
Wow.
I was like, I think Metro thought, he got y'all.
Exactly.
He got y'all. Wait, what'd he say about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. You know who else did that? And it was really interesting. Is Chris Brown did that to Busta Rhymes.
Wait.
On that Look At Me Now on the remix. Busta laid his track. Right. Chris Brown said, "Nah, man, that ain't what I want. I need some more fire. You got to go back and do it again." And this is Busta Rhymes, right? Telling this young kid, what are you doing? And he went back and said, "Okay, cool. Watch this." And went back and laid the verse that everybody's been, trying to do over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I get it, gotta go.
If you can do that,
yeah, exactly.
You literally shut the party down.
That's
Those
such a
who
cool
can do
party
it.
trick,
It is
right?
worth to do if you can, but hey, this is old man talk right now,
Talk to me.
Courtney. So just sit and
I'm
watch.
gonna sit this one out.
Jabari, you know what we used to do? Used to make that tape rock until that tape popped. So you gotta, when you were trying to learn the verse, you gotta play it. Then rewind it, write it down, and then play it again. Like that's how we used to write stuff down from the tapes back in the day.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now nowadays y'all could just seek and
I
scroll
know,
and things like that.
Over here, dude. I feel bad because right when the song comes out, we got the lyrics sitting there for us.
Yeah.
Now, did y'all ever have musicians or whatever that put their lyrics in their albums, like the jackets? Because I find a few albums that are like that every now and then.
That was rare. You're right.
Exactly.
That's rare.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who did it. I know there's one or two, but nah.
Jay-Z and I think Kanye. I think if so, I know I have one of their. I think if the gold one, Watch the Throne. I think is that the one.
Oh, the lyrics were in there?
I have it, and I was looking at the jacket, and yeah, it has all the lyrics, and I was like,
I'm gonna tell you,
exactly.
I didn't get lyrics until I joined middle school chorus.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, lyrics. Like, this is awesome. Like, I didn't know Susudio. This is what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You remember that. You remember that.
I remember Susudio, man. I was like, who in the world is Susudio?
Yeah.
What is Susudio? Where's Susudio? And can we get a picture of Susudio? Because Susudio is getting on my nerves. Because Phil keeps singing about it. And it's like, who is it? What is it? Where is it? Why is it? Yeah, exactly. All right, fellas, let's take a little break. We'll come back. We're going to talk to Jesse from Book Spring coming up in just a minute here. here. Yep. It is 88.7 FMK, 88.7 KZI. It's Morning Grind. Your boy Jabari Warfield, Dap Dubs in the building, and Simply Courtney from simplyhaha.com. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome our guest this morning from Bookspring. Bookspring is a very wonderful, wonderful organization. It's actually celebrating its 50th anniversary, and they've got a really great event going on the 4th.
Yeah. Woohoo! I love the name.
Yeah, I do too.
There's so many different ways with it.
Right, exactly. And reading is great, man. I grew up reading, of course, reading like when I was young. I was encouraged to read very young. My daughter loves to read. Matter of fact, I had to watch what I look at on my phone because she'll start reading, what is that? Yeah, it's like, it's just like that. I mean, nothing bad. She's
but you know what
all into it.
She's just checking it. She's just checking it. So we've got Jessie from Bookspring on the line. Good morning, Jessie. How you doing?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Doing good.
Great, Jessie. Thanks for asking.
Trying to stay dry around here because it's a little crazy outside. So tell us a little bit about Bookspring.
We are a nonprofit that works in Austin. We serve the whole state, but we primarily work in the Central Texas area. We give out books. We go to schools. We go to preschools. We're just trying to promote how fun literacy is and give out some books and have some fun. Yeah.
Right. I was told by someone that was a friend of mine who had a daughter that she started reading to very, very early, and at some point she picked up on a lot of words like really early, like about 3 or 4. She was starting to make complete sense and almost talk to her like a little adult. So the thing about reading, I think, is it is very encouraging, that or something that we should encourage kids to do as well, right?
Of course, yeah, and it's really exciting to be able to see different worlds and, be able to connect with your friends about really fun materials that you're reading in class. And it is really great for their development, and we are just trying to promote just making it interesting, too, not just books that you read because you want to learn something, but reading for fun. It's a great pastime for your whole life, and it helps you work out your brain.
Exactly, and all 3 of our brains up here definitely need working out. That's for sure. So.
Indeed.
I love that concept. That's a really cool thing, I think, to give the kids is to say you're actually working out your brain while you're doing this. And most kids are like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Trust me, you are." Just give them a giant word or something. They're like, "What's that?" Trust me, keep working out. You'll be able to lift giant words like this too.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have a really great time, and we've got a really fun event coming up in May, where we're trying to fundraise just for our programs so we can keep giving out books to kids. Right. So we're just going to be having carnival games. We're going to have a petting zoo and readers all throughout the event and a couple little local celebrities that you can find out on our website. But it should be a really fun time. And, we're just trying to promote literacy. And we'll also have free books at the event as well for everybody.
Can I ask a question?
Children
This is Courtney here. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I need to know what animals are going to be at the petting zoo. I might cancel. I have like a basketball tournament that I might cancel on. If you tell me y'all have an alpaca or a giraffe, my son's going to have to deal with me not being there because I'm just saying let me just stop. What do you got? What animals you got?
Well, I don't want to get you too excited, but we did have a baby kangaroo last year. And
oh my gosh!
Real. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
You gotta go. I don't want to give you any undue influence, but bruh, you gotta cancel. You gotta go.
Kangaroo. What? I'll tell you
Just
later.
tell them it's a Wookiee. That way you can say, I did it all for the Wookiee. The what?
Wookiee. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Courtney's about 6'2", 6'3"?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he can basically look a alpaca or giraffe in the eye, so he'll be good.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Well, we had last year. We also had goats and pigs and really fun, cute little animals like that. But the kangaroo was the top of the charts.
Hey, Jessie, this is Dapper D. This sounds family friendly, so I want to bring my kids. But could I, while I'm there, could I do a swap out? I know I'm sure people like trade books all the time. Could I leave my kid and walk away with a goat? Since you're gonna have one there.
You know, you're going to have to take that up with the petting zoo owner, but I don't see the issue.
Yeah, she didn't say no.
Nice.
My wife's not listening anyway, so I'm good.
Any kid that's I've been in places. Any kid that's lost will get a puppy and a cup of espresso.
Yeah, Jesse, Dapper D again. I'm so curious. Let's just say, forget the scenario I gave you. I'm a single guy. I just moved here to Austin. I got a little time on my hands. For some reason, I'm single and dating, but the dating seems to be really slow. So I got time on my hands, and I want to volunteer. You have no use for me, though, right? You couldn't help me out. I got all this volunteer time. You don't want to use me in that scenario, do you?
We would love to have you. Yeah, we host book sorting sessions of our donations, and so they can go through to our programs. It's super fun. You just have to be 12 years old to volunteer. And day of the event, we actually do have some openings for people to help us out, mainly with cleaning up, helping us put away some of these tents, wrangle the goats, make sure they're in their pen. And so, yeah, we'd love to have volunteers at our headquarters where this event is taking place. And we have a warehouse in North Austin as well.
So I'm gonna assume that you're a longtime listener to this show, but if you're not, let me just tell you something about Jabari Warfield over here. He lives in a mansion, and every stereotype associated, he has a library. In his library, it's about 2 stories tall. He's got a ton of books. What if he wants to start giving up some of those books? Because I'm telling you, they're dusty. Every time I pull one off, I blow, and there's just all this dust. Could you take some off of his hands and maybe some other people who aren't as rich as him?
Yeah, we would love to. We have a donation bin outside of our building if we're not open, but we always love to receive your donations of kids' books. You can also organize a book drive if that's ever something you are interested in. We'd love to receive your books. And all of our stipulations are online, but honestly, we'll take anything.
I like the book drive idea. I think
that's
cool.
a great idea. And so the semi-millionaire that Douglas is speaking of, let's say, for instance, I want to do a sponsorship situation here. I see you've got a whole bunch of folks that are sponsoring the Junior League Half Price Books United Way. How can people get involved as sponsors?
Well, you can reach out to our development director. Her name is Bianca, and she would love to set you up with a table. And, just get some great promotions going. We can also set you up with a banner as well that will stay up until the next Book Spring Fest next year. See, we have a lot of people coming up to our building, assuming that we are the Austin Regional Clinic, and on the way out, they do see our signs.
Nice.
Jesse, ja czytają ruskie knigi. What I said there. What I said there is I read Russian books. So in donations, would you be willing to take? Because we're pretty diverse here in Austin. Would you be willing to take other language books as well? You know, Spanish or in my case Russian. You'll take other language books and.
Yes, we would love that. We especially love books in Spanish, but we do serve a ton of different languages locally. You'd be surprised at the different kinds of elementary schools here that have reading integration programs for kids who are English second language, and that's not always Spanish. A lot of times it could be Urdu, it could be, French, German, a lot of different languages locally.
Yeah. I'm also curious, that's Dapper D again, what if somehow this lady, Jessie Morris, calls in from bookspring.com. She's got great energy, so much fun. She's tolerating our jokes and delivering her message. And then there's a very rich guy that drives a Bentley sitting in the station with me right now. What if he wants to offer some monetary donation? I'm sure you're accepting. What are some of the ways that people could maybe offer up some donations?
Do you still there?
I think we lost her.
Did we lose her?
We
donate. You can donate.
Oh, sorry. We didn't catch all of it.
Yeah, we lost your call. Go ahead and say it again, please.
Oh, so sorry.
No, it's okay.
We would love to receive your money. We always do. And, of course, we have programs you can give it directly to if you want to make sure it goes to purchasing books, if you want to make sure it goes to helping out the staff at these events. You can really direct your funds in those kinds of ways as well.
Oh, so then, see, that's awesome. Excuse me. So I could make a legacy gift. I could make it the Dapper D contribution. I could do a legacy gift.
Yeah, we would love to do that for you, please.
Wow. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. So give us the rundown once again for Book Spring Fest, which is happening Saturday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Always. All right, give us the information one more time.
Yes, we're going to have our great event May 4th at our headquarters in South Austin, which is at 1807 West Slaughter Lane. We're right at the corner of Slaughter and Manchac, next to a Burger King and a Discount Tire. It's going to be great. It's going to be from 12 to 6. Going to have a lot of events, books, food, petting zoos, books again, because you really got to emphasize that. It's going to be such a great time, and pretty much every single thing there is free. So please come out and have a great time. Bring your kids.
Sounds good. And how can we find you on the socials?
We are at Bookspring ATX for Instagram. That is a great way to reach us. If you want to email us as well, you can reach me with Jessy, Jessy, at bookspring.org. We also have a great website. That is bookspring.org. You can find a ton of different ways to volunteer, to give books, give time, give money. Yeah, and we'd love to see you all there.
Sounds good. Jessy, thank you so much for dropping by the Morning Grind. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a great time.
Thank you.
Happy 50th anniversary, Book Spring.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations ahead of time, too.
Yes. And if you see Mr. Marvin Davis, Mr. Marvin Davis.
Yes, we love Marvin.
Yeah, man. I went to school with that kid, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He probably got some very interesting stories about me during our high school days. Please ignore each and every one of them. Please ignore them. That was awesome. And thank you so much, and good luck with the event as well, okay?
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great morning.
All right, you do the same, Jessy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. 88.7 KAZI. That's Jessy, y'all. Check out bookspring.org, Bookspring ATX for more information. That was really cool. Reading is fundamental.
I mean, we're talking literacy programs. We need to build literacy in children from birth up until the age of 12. I'm a youth sports coach. I spend a lot of time with kids that ain't my kids. And there are a lot of kids that really struggle with reading.
Yeah, they do.
And I did not know that. I wouldn't know that until I've spent time with them. You give them handouts and you realize, oh, they're struggling.
Well, and sometimes it's the not even just reading, but having confidence and understanding and being able to take in what they're reading too. And that serves you no matter where you're at in life, no matter what job you do, no matter what it is that your interest is. You need to be able to look at something, read it, digest it, understand what it is. And if not, understand I don't understand this word. Let me go look it up. Let me find the root word. Let me figure out where I can go and get the origin of this word. I love that me and my daughter, my 15-year-old Simone, whenever she doesn't understand something, she immediately, and I love these little phones, they go in there and they Google, and she'll say, I don't know what that is, but before you know it, it used to be I'm looking it up for her.
Yes.
Now she's looking it up and saying, oh, it must have something to do with this. And then every once in a while, they'll ask me, and Dad's not necessarily a walking thesaurus, but I can be because I'm a wordsmith at times.
Oh.
And so I'll be like, oh, that word means this. It relates to that, and one of my favorite things about what's going on with literacy right now is that you'll see these neighborhoods with these, and I don't know what the technical term is, but it's the little book things, it's like a little miniature
house. It looks like a mailbox.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the
pretty
book
cool.
share, I think, or something like that.
I got two things.
Yeah.
First thing, your daughter has nowhere else to go. She got you. But I know for me, if a brother spells Simply Courtney with a Y, there's two Y's in Simply, I'm not asking him to help me spell anything. That's the first thing.
Fair.
So that's Simply haha. That's a Y, ladies and gentlemen.
No I's at all.
And then the second thing is, I want to get militant with the militant folk just for a quick second.
Go for it.
Listen, people, this is the stuff you got to show up to. Don't tell me you out here for the streets, you for the culture, you for the people, and you don't show up to events like this. Events like this, they primarily serve low-income children and families considered at least 70% economically disadvantaged. This is stuff you got to show up for. Yeah. Don't just call up. Don't be doing your little social media post about how militant and hardcore you are. You got to start doing some stuff. And this is where you show up. This is where you do it.
Exactly. I told my daughter, and I said this to her a long time ago, and now she gets it. But I said, reading is one of the most important things you will ever do in your life. And she kind of looked at me like I had 8 heads. What are you talking about? And now, man, she's out here killing it. Like, she got, like, I checked up on her. She got all A's this week, bro. Ooh. So, yeah, she's blown up the spot.
Papa.
Hey, man, you know what?
What?
You know
did
what?
I say that into the mic?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Dang,
you watch out.
Y'all heard you.
I was trying to whisper to Court.
They can hear
You forget, I'm flying the Millennium Falcon
That's
over here.
true.
Don't make me drop you out.
I'm gonna lose my.
Yeah, you will lose all your privileges.
I'm like tap tap tap. Is this on?
Yeah, my sister used to have a term called what do you call it? Your mic is off. Whenever you say something outline this, man, she would tell us, man, your mic is off, and you knew it. It didn't matter where you were at in the house. You heard.
That's fire.
Somebody.
That is
Do y'all know what that sound is?
What?
That's the sound of the rental van. We're about to back up to the Warfield Mansion because we gonna raid that library. So tell Jeeves,
you know what?
to put the crumpets down, that he's going to be standing at the door waiting for you when you walk in. We going straight to the library. We taking some books.
Man, we don't do crumb. We do ribs at my
Yeah.
mansion.
Ooh,
So
nice.
Yeah, see,
we do
money,
ribs.
man. Money on top of money.
That's right. Ribs on top of ribs. On top of more ribs. Would you like a rib? How much for one rib?
One rib.
Okay. Seriously. That's what we
is it
doing
all
out
for?
here.
That's awesome.
You're listening to 88.7 FM KAZI, y'all. 88.7 FM KAZI, boys. He set off 2024 with the biggest, most watched, I'll say most watched Super Bowl performance. It was absolutely fantastic. It was flawless. And Usher's still out here doing his thing. You don't have to call, of course, Pharrell track. Man, yeah, definitely
That
good
song
stuff.
hit just now. That felt good.
It does, yeah. Well, it's such a good
comeback
stuff.
song.
Really a good, yeah, definitely that. So speaking of music news, Janet Jackson recently spoke to Ryan Seacrest about her summer tour. She's hitting the road with Nelly, and she also says she may be dropping some new joints.
Hey.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for some new Janet. I've been waiting on new Sade. Can't get no new Sade. No. I've been waiting on some new D'Angelo.
No.
Still waiting on that, and Janet is still coming out with new stuff.
I'm waiting on some new Rihanna.
But-
Sir,
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
just pick. None of these people are going to drop.
Nah, no, well, she'll be dropping. But
Maybe
it'll
Frank
be it'll
Ocean.
be a baby. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fine. I'll text Rihanna later on for you guys and tell her y'all
Yeah,
looking for
appreciate
some
that.
stuff.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
To the studio.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, power and beats to Rico Wade of Organized Noise.
Yeah.
Who is Organized Noise? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Rico Wade, Sleepy Brown, and Ray Murray made up the production trio of Organized Noise. They brought us Outkast. They did songs like So Fresh, So Clean, a lot of the stuff from ATLians and Aquemini, and also did Waterfalls by TLC.
Nice.
And a very interesting track. A lot of the very interesting story behind this track. "Don't Let Go" by En Vogue. They did that one. They
set
did
it
that
off.
one. Yeah,
That
exactly. Yeah, they did. They did that whole
That
thing.
beat is,
Yeah.
it still hits to
Exactly.
this day.
That
Exactly.
guitar was crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Well, here's the reason for the guitar.
Talk
The
to
reason
me.
that the way it sounded the way it was is that they were actually working on that track to give to Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones.
No.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir. A lady by
love
the name of
being here.
Andrea. Yeah, man. Lady, thank you. The more you know. Ding.
I told you he
Thank
was
you.
Michael Jordan.
What had happened was there's a lady who's no longer with us. Her name is Andrea Martin. She's a fantastic songwriter. She's written "Before You Walked Out of My Life" by Monica and a bunch of other really good stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that
the face
that
I
already
have
is
to
a
make for
flex.
that?
Yeah,
If
that's
you
a
didn't
flex.
tell me nothing else,
That was all I
before
needed.
you
That's
that
a flex.
song.
Yeah. So Andrea was going into the studio and writing. She was asked to come in and write some stuff with Organized Noise.
Yeah.
Right. And she's listening to this beat like, wait a minute, let me have that beat.
Let me get that.
And they were like, "Nah, this is for Mick Jagger.
Right.
We're doing this for Mick Jagger." And at some point, something happened where either Mick didn't take it or they didn't get a chance to send it to him, but they dropped it by En Vogue, and En Vogue was like, cool. And of course, Andrea put all the lyrics together, and that's what you hear as "Don't Let Go" by En Vogue, done by Organized Noise, written by the late Andrea Martin, and of course now Rico Wade from the Organized Noise production trio, the Dungeon Family.
I was gonna say they're Dungeon Family.
Yep.
Oh, that's fire. R.I.P. to him, man.
Yeah,
but that's a legacy right there.
Yeah, it is.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who I thought that was by, but I did not think it was coming from Atlanta. But, bro, that is, man, heartbreaker right there to see people going, man.
I know, man. I know. That's why you gotta show love while you got a chance to do it, man. To do it. Also, rest in peace to an Austin legend. His name is Derek Edmondson. Derek and I I think we were probably in high school at the same time. He had a band here in town back in the '80s called Trick Tracks. And anybody who went back when Austin's live music scene wasn't so crowded, Derek was out doing his thing. He went on out to L.A. and was playing with Kenny Loggins and Sheena Easton, and doing his own music. And I'm going to play some music for him, some of the stuff that he sent me years ago, later on tonight on Jazz and Other Vibes, as well as brand new music from Kirk Whalum and brand new music from Norman Brown. So all that's coming up later on tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. on Jazz and Other Vibes here on 88.7 KAZI.
Y'all better tune in.
Man, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And in just a few minutes, we're going to talk to Tiffany Davis from Heal. All right, and we're going to get into all of that information as well. So, fellas, we were talking off the microphone, and I'm going to let y'all deal with this one because I think Dap had a
conundrum.
He had a conundrum.
Just trying to have a conversation. Gentlemen, what would you say when I ask you, what are the top 5 benefits of having a side chick?
All right, so number 1, this is the top 5 things of why, and this is no particular order. I think, like, I don't know, sometimes you can just, like, you can do different stuff. Like, let's say if you have something that you can't do, we'll take Lil Wayne's beat. You don't do this, you don't do that. You can literally have somebody that will do that. That's number 1. Number 2, there's a little bit of a spice there. It's like, something different. There's a little bit of mystique and mysteriousness there. Let's see, we're at 2. Number 3, I think, like, I don't know, an extra pair of hands, or maybe like you might need a little more affection. We'll be politically correct.
Yeah.
You may need a little more affection than what you're able to get.
Yeah.
And now you're like surprised. And then maybe if you're counting on it, you may get to add an extra person. Like, if you're doing it right, they might be like, hey, I think I want to join in. And guess what? The other person's like, I think I want them to join in too.
It's a party.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Brick squad, you know. And then number 5, let's see, top 5 things. You know, I think it's kind of dope. I think it's kind of dope that more than one person can tell you you're amazing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't.
You
think
reasoned that out. Now, Jabari, he reasoned it out.
He reasoned it out.
I will just say, and 512-836-2887. Please call in. Very curious on your thoughts.
Mom, if you're listening, do not call in on this topic. This is not the one for you.
Anybody listening, I'm drinking my coffee and minding my business.
He turned his mic off. He said, my mic is off.
I brought this up. I brought this up because I have lived it. I have had side chicks. And I'm going to tell you, it's not a bad thing. But cultural dynamics nowadays actually support it. And maybe even encourage it. Think of other relationship types, things you ever heard of zoning, friends with benefits?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Or for this topic, side chicks. It's the same thing. If you've ever heard someone say friends with benefits, you didn't just realize it. It's just that when you say side chicks, people take it different. You say friends with benefits, it hits a little softer though, doesn't it? But we talking the same thing. Now, I just want you guys to understand there's a new world with new paradigms. It's not the conventional protocol that we're referring to here.
Right.
It's 2024. And it's okay for us to realize that relationships have changed drastically.
Yeah.
Now, unlike our parents and that dynamic, we have to stop trying to live our parents' life.
Yeah.
We are not our parents. We're not in those times.
Right.
So I am just offering people out there to your point, one of your top 5. If you need a little extra love in your life, you go get it.
Yeah, and it's organized too. That's the thing, is that if it's somebody that you already know, then I think it's cool. And this is something that I'll say for equal opportunity's sake. Side dudes. There's some good side dudes out there.
Yeah, this is very true.
You be the side
and they're
dude.
called side chicks by ladies.
Yeah,
I have heard ladies call their side dude a side chick, just because of the name. It's just that's just a title.
You come in for a very specific function, and I don't think that's a bad thing. There are some people out there that are specialists. Once again, I'm being politically correct because it's 8:40. They are really good at what they do, and they are brought in to just do what they do, and that's it. And they know it. They know, hey, I'm here to do my job, and then when I'm done doing my job, I'm gone.
I want to tell you. These are what some gentlemen have said. This is according to an article by JamaicaGleaner.com. Okay. One of the advantages of having a side chick is that I get all the benefits with little drama. She doesn't nag, doesn't ask where I'm at or who I'm with. I don't have to remember birthdays or anniversaries. It's purely physical. And they do the do, and then they go home with the wife after. Another says, there's some things I honestly would ask my wife to do, some bedroom requests that I know she would never even consider.
Yep.
Plus, I'm sure she would look at me differently if I were to ask. The side chick comes in very handy as she thinks she has a chance of overthrowing the wifey, so she will do anything to please me. Yeah. The side chick fulfills all my wildest fantasies, and then I go home to regular, mundane activities with the wife.
Okay, so
there it is.
All right, no. Here's what I want to ask. Well, you had mentioned friends with benefits. Isn't there a difference between, like, if you're single and have friends with benefits versus having a side somebody?
Agreed. 100%.
But there's a difference. There's a difference in that. And the only thing about it is, and I've been there, done that. The only thing about it is you have to also be careful because you don't want someone who emotionally can blow up your spot.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't want to get into that. All right. If you see somebody, mentally, you just kind of, like, okay, this person could really blow up my spot.
There's a thin line between love and hate.
You got to be careful. Yeah, exactly.
You're literally playing catch with a pulled pin.
With a pulled pin grenade.
And eventually it's going to go off. You hope that it's minimal casualties when it goes off. But there's a high probability if they know you're home, or and most of the time you can find that stuff. They know who you're with. Even if you're not giving that information willingly, there's a high probability. Oh, y'all live in the same town. Guess what? You're at HEB. Y'all are at HEB. And guess who's at HEB? Everybody's at HEB. And guess who's going to act the fool and see this? Everybody's going to act the fool and see this. So,
right. What I like and what I know is there will be some people that will say, oh, you guys are mean. Listen. You want to know why that lady is a side chick? Because she allows it. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later.
All right, let's take a call. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. It is Polly Pocket.
Yo!
What's good? How are you?
I'm good. I think you guys just convinced me I need to get a side chick.
I'm telling you, dude.
You're going to get a side chick, dude?
What part
or a side chick?
It could be side person, because you just said it's something that people do that maybe your husband, your partner, or you don't want to do.
Yep.
Could I get a side chick to, like, clean my front yard?
Okay. This is what we're talking about.
And why will they do it? Because they think they have a chance and they know how important it is to you. So they're going to do a great job, Polly Pockets.
And then, like, benefits, like, they got an extra car they want to give me.
Yes.
I mean, we might as well be practical in this situation, right?
Yes.
What do I get out of it?
She dropping gems.
More
son.
hands are better than two. You feel me? Like, oh my goodness, we need to go up on the roof and clean the gutters. Side chick to the rescue.
There are side chick benefits for both parties,
Yes.
but for the side chick, in your case, the side piece, in your case, Polly Pockets, some guys give a great benefits package to their mistresses, lavish gifts, bills paid. That's a win-win for all parties involved.
See, I want that, and then, like, I could wear some short shorts. I can make you a breakfast.
What?
Like,
Hey, Miss Parker. That's exactly.
Dudes are
If y'all get the reference.
Dudes are very simple creatures, man. And I mean, I don't know. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we all just either want to be appreciated one way or another. And so I could see, I mean, dude, I've been there. I've been with either somebody I was courting or somebody that maybe I thought I had a chance with. and I was doing nice things just for the sake of doing nice stuff. But
Yeah.
I've also been on the side where I had somebody doing nice things for me. I like how I'm saying nice things.
Yeah,
I'm being very politically correct.
You're
Thank
doing
you.
a great
please.
job,
Y'all
sir.
need to understand how hard that
This
is.
is PG so far.
I know I've done pretty good at it. Polly, are you proud of me? Because I've people don't understand, as a stand-up comedian, I normally don't have a filter, and for me to have a filter every Wednesday for 2 hours, it's not the hardest thing in the world.
But it's not the easiest.
But there are
thing in the
so
world.
many puns. Let me just leave it at that. There are so many puns that I have avoided walking on, or I've walked on them and just not acknowledged them. So, yeah, be proud of me, please.
I am proud because there's also stuff I want to say, but I can't say.
can't say it.
because I have to keep it PG on the radio.
Right.
But trust me, I got an unfiltered version too.
See,
you.
guys, y'all come back at 12 a.m. and we're gonna tell you the unfiltered version of this conversation. I'm joking, but no, man, I think get you a side person. We're gonna say be politically correct here. Get you a side person that can help with those things because. Dang, I just really stole somebody to get a side
Polly
person.
Pockets, I think there's some gains here when you are.
Courtney.
The benefits that, in this case for me, the benefits that the woman will receive is that she gets to have more flexibility on when she does and does not want to deal with me.
Fair.
And that's what makes the arrangement work in her mind.
I've joked that before.
And, that's
you a side dude.
that's a positive.
Get you a side dude so I can
And-
go play PlayStation.
Dapper, I'm gonna guess you might be a little bit extreme, huh?
Yeah.
Like, this is your personality
I'm rather
24/7?
extreme.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if you heard earlier. I'm literally trying to trade out my firstborn for a goat
Yeah.
at the Book
Well,
Spring event.
But nowadays, like maybe your firstborn is the goat.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
She
She's already
is
a
though.
goat.
She is the
Nice.
greatest of
So-
all time. She is
So,
rather
Paulie,
awesome.
you're gonna give us an update on that. Later. Yeah, call us back when all that transpires and give us the update.
Okay, you had me
Good
scared
luck.
for a second because I was like, what update do I owe him? Oh my
Okay.
goodness, it's been weeks.
Matter of fact, maybe you need to come back on a interview with us so we can put out those details when you start holding interviews. Go to our website. There's some paid spots that you can get as a guest.
Okay. I'll find a side piece to pay for those
There
first.
you go.
Wow!
Nice. She's about it.
Yeah.
she's about it. Polly Pockets, appreciate you. Good to hear from you. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, guys.
All
Bye.
right, take care. Bye.
Guys, there are some people out there that fear real relationships, and so they don't mind being pushed over to the
I
side
know
piece.
plenty of those people, man, and it's wild when those people end up in relationships. I'm like, bro, this ain't even what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
This ain't what you want. And like, I personally, I don't know where I'm at anymore. I used to be one of those dudes that I do like romance and stuff, and I like that. But you know what I also like? My time. Like, I like freedom, and I love the idea of going and coming. I had a joke that I used to tell. You ever went to the movies and didn't like your seat? And so you go like you just get up and move to another seat. When you're in a relationship, you can't really do that. You ever walk in a restaurant and just been like, I don't think I want to eat here anymore, and changed your mind and went to a completely different style of food?
I tell my wife all the time, I'm a little older than my wife, and so I had more dating experience than my wife. And I explained to her that it's intoxicating when you're single, when you have all that flexibility and you can do whatever you want. There's a reason why you turn around and you look and you're 40 years old and you didn't get locked down or lock it down because it's been so much fun all throughout that point. So sometimes the game got to hurry up and trip you up because if it don't, you may never.
You ever been lost by yourself before?
Lost?
Like
Have you
lost, like trying to find a place
It
lost,
doesn't
like
even
GPS
matter.
lost.
All the above. If you're in a car and you're lost, if you're walking and you're lost.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm willing to bet here you're not nearly as stressed by yourself when you're lost than you are with somebody. Now this could go for kids, it could go for friends, this could go for colleagues, this could go for spouse, loved one as well. But when you're by yourself and you're lost, it's like an adventure. It's like, oh man, I only have about a quarter of gas. I'm gonna find a gas station soon.
Yeah.
But when you're with somebody, it's like, oh my God, we only got a quarter. How would you let this happen? We're running late.
Yeah.
I know we're running late. I got it already. We're lost. Oh my God, this is why you need to. Your memory's bad. You need to work on that. You need to, and it's just like, you know who doesn't do this to me? Me. Like,
You don't stress yourself out.
No.
I've done it before. I've
Yeah.
been lost before. I've been in some dire situations, and I've made the call. I said, man, I'm glad I'm by myself right now.
Sure.
Like, as much as it does suck, sometimes you want somebody else to be there. But, man, sometimes you got clarity. I have been lost. I'm talking about when I was in my early teens, and I had I was 16 years old, and I had one of those cars that you really didn't know how much gas you had in the car because the hand didn't work. It was that first car you got. And so you might have been on half, but you're really dang near on
Like
E.
on E, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Been
up
there.
and I'm up in like up in the up theirs. And I don't know when the next gas station is coming. I don't know. It is 12 o'clock at night, and I'm on a pitch black country road. But I was like, we're going to figure this out. And if not, then I guess I'm going to get a gas can, hike it, or flag somebody down. But I didn't have the panic that I would when I did that with people in the car. So maybe you got to pick the right people. But sometimes being solo ain't the baddest thing.
Yeah, well, when you're in that kind of situation, especially when you're talking about that, the energy that one person can create by themselves versus two people who are stressing out plus you can be really tough. So yeah, if you ain't got the GPS happening and you like your needle is right next to the E and you really don't know because as you said the needle was really broken, you really don't know how much gas is in there. Oh yeah, it can be stressful.
And I didn't have GPS. That's why I love. This is back when this is fun for me because I can say it to you guys. This is back when you would MapQuest stuff, right? This is that time. So
Shout
I
out
want
to
y'all
MapQuest.
understand who I am.
Look at you.
I'm young, but
You're
I'm
taking
not
me back
the
to when my
youngest.
hairline was tight.
See, I didn't even have MapQuest. I was just driving and I was just having fun. I was on an adventure.
Yeah.
But my adventure sometimes would lead me into predicaments of being lost and not knowing where I was at. And you know what was fun about it? We eventually figured it out.
Yeah.
That
No,
was it.
I remember I told my wife plenty of times, I'm not lost. I got a full tank. I got 3/4 of a tank.
I like that.
I'm not lost
That's
if
me.
I have that much. I'm good.
We good.
I will never consider myself lost if I got plenty of gas.
Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong with that.
When you live down south on the East Coast, y'all know I'm a East Coast dude. We get hurricanes.
Yeah.
And so you have to evacuate. And if you don't evacuate fast enough, there are going to be down trees, and there's stuff on the highways. So and then there's back roads, and then before you know it, you're on a back road, but now there's a down tree. So now you got to turn around and go back around another direction. But we'll get there eventually. I know what direction I'm headed.
We eventually gonna get there.
The sun rises over there. It's
Talk
going to
about
set
it.
over there. Yeah, we need to head just about that direction.
Such a beautiful thing.
Oh,
when
we
you ain't gotta
good.
explain that to somebody when you just lost figuring it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just figuring it out. I get that phone call, hey, when you going to get here? And I'm like, man, I'm going to get there.
Exactly. When we're talking about, when you have someone else and there's times where you just need that time for yourself. I think that's a lot of the issue with a lot of relationships, and I am definitely no relationship expert, but I think that there's especially when, somebody, like yourself, Courtney, who is you're working on your craft of comedy, right? And there's times where things are cool, and there's times where like, man, I had the date wasn't right, or if you were doing a show with other comics and they would bring in all kind of ignorance, and things just weren't going right, and then you got to go home and you don't really feel like sharing, you just feel like taking the time to readjust before you walk in the door, or you just want to spend the night by yourself and just let the next day make things better. But it's hard to do that if you are in a relationship, because that's that person is there. Yeah, exactly. They want to talk. They want to make you feel better. But sometimes it's like for me, I just the kind of person that's like, okay, I need an hour. I need a day. I got to take this. And the right person has to say, okay, I'm going to give him that day, or I'm going to give him that hour. I'm going to give him that space to hit the reset button. Some people don't want to do that, and that's women and men, because they think if you need to take that time away at some point, you taking it for somebody else. Now, if you have a side piece, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Right.
Jabari, I thought where you were going is, and I think you're still in that same line. So I came off of active duty and I took a job with a Fortune 500 company. And the best thing I was able to do was overwork, to be a workaholic.
Really?
When you're in a relationship, hey, you got to have boundaries, right? Like you got to go home. Hey, come home. You can cut that work day short. But when nobody's depending on you, and then the lady on the side just takes the call whenever you give that call, man, you can get your grind on. You really can go hard at work. And when you're on the come up, sometimes you need that, because it's unfair sometimes. But that single dude who can stay in and work 110 hour weeks, don't he get all the shine? Versus the family man that says, hey, I gotta go pick up the kids.
Yeah, there's flip sides to it all, man. I think that, so here's the give and the take. When you have that guy that gets that award, right? Single guy. He gets that award, let's say the banquet. We'll go with the banquet.
Yep.
He's sitting at the banquet, he's at a table either by himself or with colleagues, or he just has one person there with him, his date. There's something a little empty, and I'm speaking on myself here, when it's just you celebrating your wins versus you celebrating your wins with your family, your son, your daughter.
Yeah.
Or, you know what was a good example? Lisa Bonet's speech for her Zoe Kravitz, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Zoe Kravitz's speech. Sorry, I mixed them up. Zoe Kravitz's speech for her dad, Lenny Kravitz, from his Walk of Fame star.
Yep.
And she's talking about all the things that he's done, and she makes the jokes, obviously, about his stomach being out, see-through shirts. There's something beautiful about that you have a family that can actually appreciate what you've done.
Yeah.
They've seen your ups and downs. They've seen your comings and goings, and they're able to be there at the end when you're getting this immortalization. And so there's two sides to it, you know, and I get it. I joke all the time about the whole being single and stuff like that. I do want somebody eventually, but right now I'm enjoying the peace of coming home and not having to explain stuff, or being able to say, hey, I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to do some other things, and at some point I'll come around to it.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Emotional intelligence, man.
Yeah, no question about that. We're coming up on 9 o'clock on 88.7 KAZI. In just a few minutes, we're going to talk with Tiffany Davis, and she's got some info on HEAL.
We're
on
trying
the
to
HEAL
heal,
Summit.
y'all.
Yeah, man, no doubt. The Health Equity Advocacy and Leadership Summit, which is going to be up in her. All right, so stick around. It's 88.7 KAZI. We call it the Morning Grind. Janet. Oh, my, oh, my. Thank you for the reminder of it. Man, and Janet is hitting the road, bruh.
I call her JJ.
JJ.
When I text her.
Hey, the last
when you text
conversation,
her,
y'all asked me about crushes. Add her to the list.
Janet is,
Add her to the list, please.
Yeah, I got you. I ain't mad at that at all. Not at all. One of the first families comes from one of the first families to do Las Vegas.
Yep.
One of the first black families to do Las Vegas. One of the first black families to live out in California. One of the first, one of the first black families to have a Saturday morning cartoon.
I watched that.
Okay.
Because Michael had that snake. Remember, he had the little snake.
And then the robot that was dancing.
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah, man. Salute to the Jacksons, man. All of them. They really, the thing about the Jacksons is they really don't get a lot of mentions when it comes to like the way that music has changed and the impact of the 70s and the way music has changed.
Yes.
So the whole Jackson family has been dropping gems.
The original boy band group.
Yeah, this is very true.
Talk your stuff.
I mean,
Very true.
Think of another global boy band.
Can't.
I'll wait.
Yeah, exactly.
The Beatles were older,
Right.
but
yeah, but you're talking about
I'm willing to put that up against that catalog. We can put those catalogs against each other.
right. And again, you're talking about a black family doing what they did, and there weren't a lot of people. You know, of course, you had the groups like the Temptations and Four Tops and Motown, but you're talking about a black family.
Yeah.
You know, from the youngest to the oldest, doing that thing in Vegas, bro.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, man, they did massive stuff. All right. Speaking of black and doing good things,
come on now.
Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We've got the folks from the Health Equity Advocacy and Leadership Summit on the line.
Woo, woo, woo.
All right. I believe we got Tiffany and Jean. Hey, Tiffany and Jean, what's going on?
We're doing good. How are you?
We good. We just in
great.
here getting in all kind of trouble. I'm trying not to get in too much trouble with these cats over here, man.
Last conversation was rough.
Yes, it was.
Hey, we need to heal from that one.
This is true. We need to
I
heal.
definitely need some healing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, cool. How y'all doing this morning?
We are doing amazing. Just really excited about the opportunity to share this incredible information with the community. You know, it's not often that large corporations really, truly embrace the community. But that is not true with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. They are making it happen. And so we're really excited about, being able to engage with the community, about the community. There's something that we say, nothing for us without us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is the work. I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany, the visionary.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I think one of our main. Good morning. So I'm Tiffany, and I'm with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. And one of the things that we are just really passionate about doing as we do health equity work in Texas. And when we talk about health equity, what that means is ensuring that health care, that the resources that allow us to heal are accessible, and that we as people of color feel like when we go into a doctor's office, we feel seen, we feel heard, we feel understood. And the only way we get to accomplishing that is to make sure that we hear from voices in the community and to make sure we hear from the providers in the community. And I think that that's what the purpose of the Heal Summit is. We want to hear from the providers. We want to hear from doulas. We want to hear from mental health professionals. We want to hear from the people that are really serving the community, and we want to lift up their solutions, their ideas, their innovation. We want to hear from the students at HT. We want to make sure that as we're designing and we're trying to create programs that will pull our community in, that we're first hearing what are the problems and what are the solutions. We know that the communities that we serve, those that are closest to the problem are closest to the solutions, and that's what we're trying to get at. So I just appreciate you all giving us some time to really talk through that this morning.
Well, you are more than welcome. And you just mentioned Houston Tillotson, all right? And that's a good thing. Yes. And this is going to be on the campus, I believe, right?
Yes, we'll be in Houston Tillotson Student Center tomorrow all day from 9 to 5. And this is our second big program with HT this year. We earlier last year in June, we kicked off our first ever doula program, and the leadership in Houston Tillotson, we have an alum there, Chevalier Deshay, Dr. Wallace, Dr. Messino. They've just been instrumental in really partnering with us to get doulas trained. And those doulas are going through training not only to become a doula, but also to learn how to operate the business of running to be a doula provider. So HT has just been a wonderful partner of Blue Cross, and we're really, really excited to be back on campus again for this program.
Yeah. Tiffany, one of the things about it is, yes, it is free. So I need you to know this conference is free, and we are really interested in having community leaders from Austin that are really passionate about maternal health, right? We know the statistics regarding our brown and black women and having babies. And it's critical that we work with the community. We've got to change the tide. We want to be disruptors. And so we're just calling out to your community. If you are really passionate, if you're pregnant, or even if you are working with pregnant moms, you're working with moms that have recently had their babies, we want you to come. Yes, it is going to be on the campus of the famous, the wonderful Hewlett Tillotson.
Go Rams.
We're going to start registering at 8 o'clock, y'all. It's free. Come in. We don't have a lot of space because there's a lot of things going on, but we need you to come. Also, if you are really interested in diabetes, chronic diseases, so we are particularly looking at the disparities that are impacting brown and black communities. That's what we're looking at, Tiffany, right? Yeah. I mean, but we want to do it differently. We want to do it make sure that it's the community voices. So if you've always said, I want to be able to participate and hear and in the health and wealth of our community, this is your time. Come, great leaders will be there. We want to hear from you. It is free, so come on in. Bring your leaders of your community-based organization.
Yep.
It's really important. Maternal health, we're thinking about childhood obesity, diabetes. Please, we got a nice lineup of folks that is going to be coming. Also, go ahead.
You're so excited.
Hey, you were flowing. Did you?
All right.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
there we go.
Because she was flowing. We weren't going to cut her off.
No, you were good.
No, Dean has passion.
Yeah.
Passion. That's how we get things done. That's how we get it done.
Right. Now, this is a free event that's happening tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Houston-Tillison's campus, right?
Yeah. We'll be there from 8 a.m. The registration starts. We get formally started at 9. And we're going to go all day. And like Jane mentioned, we have speakers. This is Black, and I don't know if folks know this, but this is National Black Maternal Health Week. And the reason that this is important is because we're going to be talking about, we have an amazing panel of Black women-led leaders, Black and brown women-led leaders that are really, really doing the work. And they're on the front lines, really serving the women that we know experience, particularly maternal mortality, which means that you die at a higher rate. And for Black women, we tend to, depending on the state, we die 3 to 5 times more when giving birth. And Texas, in particular, has really, really challenging disparities when it comes to maternal mortality. And so we'll be hearing from Black Mamas ATX. We'll be hearing from Abide. We'll be hearing from organizations that serve Black women. And this week is really, really important to lift up the folks that are doing that work. And so they'll be there. We have some folks that are from the city of Austin's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office. We have folks that will be from Houston-Tillison. We got some spoken word playing. We got DJ Mark, I believe, will be there. So, you know, we're gonna talk, and these issues are hard to talk about, right? It's not easy to talk about when our communities are dying at higher rates. But we have to be disruptors, and we have to come together so that we can get to those solutions. And that's what tomorrow is about.
Exactly. And we have to remind people as well.
We want to make sure that our listeners catch that incredible momentum that you started with. Bring all of your leaders and your community and leaders, your group leaders, your section leaders, and then bring yourself, because I've been at this station. I'll be celebrating a year May 5th. And I'm going to tell you, I have had so many people call up and they want to complain and they want to be heard. This is your moment. We're talking health equity. This is when all people, regardless of your race, your sex, your sexual orientation, your disability, socioeconomic status, geographic location, other societal constructs, that you're going to have fair and just access, opportunity, and resources to achieve your highest potential for health. This is your moment to be heard, to be a part. Ladies, we're excited.
So one of the other things that I want to share with you, and we're going to give you where you can register very shortly in a minute. But the thing I want you to understand is we're also working on the workforce. So we want to build the workforce around this work, right? And these are opportunities. So when I say that, one, we're at Hewlett-Tillotson, right? Houston-Tillotson. Right. And at Houston-Tillotson, they have programs, but we're bringing in the students, right, so that they can understand the impact and learn of future opportunities. We're talking about doulas. We need doulas in the community so that they are culturally competent and that they understand and have shared lived experience. And so we want you to know that we're trying to work with the community, making sure that they understand opportunities, career opportunities, because equity also drives economics if you do it right. Yeah. And so that's why we're excited coming to the city of Austin to make this thing happen. So I'm going to turn it over to Tiffany. Tiffany's going to tell us where we can register for this free conference. It's tomorrow now. It's tomorrow, so you want to be there at 8 o'clock. Make sure you get your seat, but you need to register today.
That's right. Definitely. So the website is www.hcdi.com/heal. I'll say that one more time, www.hcdi.com/heal. And, you know, we did a series, we did 17 listening sessions throughout the state of Texas last year. And these sessions were very small, like 10 to 12 people. Each time we heard from the community, we just heard, like you were mentioning earlier, recommendation after recommendation after recommendation of, like, what we can do as Blue Cross to really improve outcomes. And that's really the importance of this conference. Is like, we want to make sure we're hearing from people. We want to make sure we're hearing from whether you're a nurse. We heard from nurses. We heard from midwives. We heard from lactation consultants. Just a wide range of people who had ideas on how to really improve outcomes in our community. And it doesn't matter. Like, we're talking about asthma and the link to environmental justice and how that can impact asthma. We're talking about our elder and our older adults and issues like social isolation. You know, sometimes you don't have, as you age and as you get older, and you don't have family, and these people in your community have began to go on, we know that that can impact the health outcomes. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. So, you know, we're talking about a range of equity topics, focusing on maternal health because of this week, for Black maternal health because of this week, but also acknowledging that in Blue Cross, we got members that are across the spectrum of age, of race, LGBTQ. We know that there are so many broad, different types of members that we're serving. We want to make sure that we hear from everybody. So please come out and register.
Also wanted you to know you can go right to HT's website. It's htu.edu.
Right.
All right? So
that's Houston Telson's website, right.
htu.edu. And it's the HEAL. I love this. HEAL stands for, it's an acronym, y'all. It stands for Health, Equity, and Advocacy Leadership Summit. All right? So we want to heal our community. And who better to heal our community but we are, right? And so I'm excited about that. So it's called the HEAL, HEAL, because I know your listening audience is on point. They're probably trying to register right now.
Oh, yeah. They got it
all over the site.
They got it. So just go. It's really easy. HTU.edu. So you can go right to the university website,
right,
and or our website and register. Okay. So we're looking forward to seeing. We're going to pack the room out and really come away. Let me also tell you this: we're going to be giving away a scholarship. Yes, we got some scholarships. Yes, we're going to be giving away scholarships. I'm telling you, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas is really serious. They're putting the money up. They want to make sure that we have a future in terms of our workforce, that we're really community-centered in our work, and that we're making a difference. We need our moms to be healthy, to deliver healthy babies, and for them to be healthy so that they can raise them well.
Right.
And so I'm going to turn it back over and give it Tiffany the last words here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you all have any more questions or anything else that we could share?
I was kind of curious. It sounds like this is going to be a great networking opportunity for healthcare professionals and community leaders. Are there still opportunities for exhibitors?
Yeah, they are. Oh, my gosh. You must be in my head.
He's in all of our heads, actually. It's okay. We love him.
Yeah. Exhibitors can go to the site that I gave earlier, hcdi.com/heal. We have space for exhibitors. We'd love for you to come out. We're planning for about 200 folks. And if you wanted to, sign up as an exhibitor, you can do that on the website.
I'd be better than that. They can have my cell phone number. I will give them my cell phone number. It's fine.
Hey.
Let me give them my number, and it's well. Just if they text me, 240-882-9967. If anybody wants to exhibit, we have space for the exhibit. And guess what? Because it's in the community, we're making it free. It's free. And we're going to feature lunch. So if you want to exhibit now, you got to call my phone in the next hour, right? Because this phone is going to go up. I'm giving you a temporary number.
Yeah.
And it's going to go dead in about an hour. So
give me that number one more time. Give me it one more time because I got to write it down.
For the next hour until 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock time, it's going to be 240-882-9967. If you wish to exhibit, you are welcome to exhibit. We have small spaces. We'd love for you to do it. And we're not selling anything, but if you want to promote your work that is for the health of the community, around maternal health, around child health, around diabetes, hypertension, any of the chronic diseases, this is a free opportunity for the community to do so.
Sounds
good. Okay, because we're not charging anything.
You're in Chicago? Are you in Chicago?
I'm in Chicago.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. So we're on the same time. The reason I was asking is I want to make sure we're on the same time frame to make sure I don't want anybody to miss you.
Yes. Oh, no question. Yes, and we're an hour and a half. Yes. Actually, I'll be in Austin in a few hours, and so that's why I said anything between 11 o'clock, because this number will, from now until 11 o'clock, if you are an exhibitor and you wish to exhibit at at this conference. So we're looking for it. Thank you so much for asking us. That was an amazing question, right?
Yeah.
Well, we can do a little something here at the morning grind.
We don't mess around. But this is.
And we already starting to get messages. We got Bevo Coffee Shop, so we got folks coming in. So thank y'all.
Nice, nice. Look at God.
Yes.
Look at God.
Won't he do it?
Okay.
Won't he do it?
Yes. Wait a minute. Yep, we got Bevo.
Blues Coffee Shop.
Yes. All right. So we'd love to taste that good coffee. Hopefully it's healthy. It's healthy, I'm sure. All right. We will be responding. And actually, the best way.
And yes, coffee heals. I know that's right.
Yeah, it does all day. All day.
We love it. All right. So wait a minute. So we only had like 6 spots. So coffee. Was that Tiffany?
Bevo Coffee. I think I got it. Bevo Blues Coffee.
Bevo Blues
So it's that's the name.
So we only got 5 left.
Just so you guys get a little context, University of Texas Austin is big here, and our mascot's name is Bevo. So that's a little bit of a little context for you guys.
That's really cool.
That you can't get more Austin than that. We hook them around here on the majority.
Okay, all right. Well, y'all got amazing listeners.
Thank you for letting us know.
You have amazing listeners, and so we got one. And I'm also told, I think we only have about 50 seats left in person, but we also have virtual. But we got about 50 seats left. Wait a minute, hold on. We get more. We getting another one coming in. All right, they're gonna. Okay, so I'm telling you, listening audience, this is an amazing opportunity. You want to be a part of the solution. This is it.
Yeah,
Executives will be there. They want to hear from you. And last thing, we got another collaborative project that we want to disrupt this process. We want to really drive equity in Austin and make a difference. And so we're just so excited to partner, with you all. And Tiffany, I'm going to be quiet. But I got to go to my phone. My phone is ringing.
Yeah, your phone needs to blow up. Your phone needs to blow up. Exactly.
Tiffany, I'm gonna need to go get some more minutes on that phone.
You gotta make sure it's charged up. Find the cord. Start looking for the cord now. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. Get that cord.
That's right.
Very good. But let's give that information one more time. The phone number, by the way, if you want to be an exhibitor, 240-882-9967. All right, if you want to be an exhibitor. So blow the minutes up.
11 o'clock.
90 minutes. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. You better move quick.
90 minutes. After 90 minutes, the phone is going to go off. I can't buy no more minutes for it.
Because she's leaving on an airplane.
She got to get rolling. Go ahead.
Yes, and then just lastly, if people want to register to attend, we absolutely have, space in person. We got 50 more spaces. So www.hcbi.com/heal, or you can go to Houston Tillison's website, hc.edu. We would love to have you out there. And then, I think just share with your network. When you go to that, when you go sign up, go share it with 10 more people, right? Like if we want to go fast, go alone. If we want to go far, we go together, right?
Yes.
Bring more people with us, right? Yes. That's right.
Tiffany, you know what I was also going to say? The station is just it's so supportive of us. It's actually on that station as well. I mean, you all are running ads for us, and so we are so excited to be working with with KATI on this. So thank you so much. I just wanted you all to know that for your listening audience, that it's also running through the radio station. DJ Mark is going to be with us, and we just couldn't have better support. We are so excited. And we really thank the leadership of HT, right?
Yes,
they have
Dr.
been,
Wallace,
yes,
Dr. Messino, wonderful.
Yes, they have been Dr. Wallace and Dr. Messino. And it's just all awesome when we can come together and heal our community with our community. And that is so important. So this is your opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to take care of us big time. Ladies, we certainly appreciate y'all. Once again, the website is hcdi.com/heal. HTU.edu/heal, and also go to HT's website, which is HTU.edu, I believe. I'm gonna make sure I get that one right, because if I don't, they're gonna talk about me. I've been living here too long to get that one wrong.
Yes,
that's for sure. And this happens tomorrow, 8 o'clock at HT.
Chevalier Deshay he's an HT alum that works as a senior director at Blue Cross and has been instrumental in just bringing so many resources together. So we are so grateful for her and her leadership.
That's just the legacy of HTU, right? I mean, we're just excited. Chevalier's been amazing. DJ Mark, we're just so grateful. Thank you so much. So to everyone that wants to make a change, wants to be a part of a great solution, we're going to see you there. We've got 5 more slots available for the exhibitor. And I believe, Tiffany, we're coming down to about 45 spots left. So we need you to go ahead and sign up. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. All right. My best to you. All right?
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks again, y'all. Okay. More to come with the morning grind. Y'all stick around. It's 88.7 KAZI 930 AZI. Rest in peace to Rico Wade, producer of Organized Noise, creator of Organized Noise, creator of that particular beat right there for Big Boy and Andre 3000. One of my favorite Outkast songs.
So many bands eat off of that beat.
Yeah.
Like that. Man, we used to destroy the tables and lunch for that.
Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy beat. Crazy beat. Yeah, man, that was fire.
Rico Wade.
Yeah, man, Rico Wade. No doubt. Man, it's been a good one, fellas.
It went quick.
Yeah, it did. Well,
I kind of thought it would, though. So,
but we had a lot going on.
Didn't disappoint.
This is true. We had a lot going on.
I learned a lot.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Ding. I love doing that. I got to stop doing that.
It's teaching, man.
Hey, man, you know what? That's what it's about. Each one teach one. That's what it's about.
Hey, shout out to the Morning Grind listeners. That was amazing that we would jump to it. As soon as we got that number, we reached out. Y'all supported us. Jumped in to be an exhibitor. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, y'all did that thing. Y'all did that thing. We appreciate it. All right, fellas, anything last minutes? Last words before we make way for the professor, I should say. We'll start off with the young dog.
If y'all ain't doing nothing Friday, man, go to a comedy show. I heard there's a comedy show.
Where?
Over there at this place called I forgot the name real quick. This place called blanking right now. There's a show called In the Round Comedy Show, and it's over at Moon Tower Cider Company. Get it out, man. Moon Tower Cider Company, 8:30. There's music and there's comedy, and guess what else? Pizza. What? All 3. Yeah, man. Go and pull up over there and go laugh at some funny people. I know some people gonna be there. But find me on I am Simply Courtney on Instagram, or at simplyhaha.com or Instagram. I don't know who those things belong to. I just know that's some places you should look up.
Can you spell it for them? Because I don't think it's regularly spelled.
Watch this. SYMPLYHAHA. Bump, bump.
Not bad.
Working on the jingle. We're going to get there.
There you go. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Dap, talk to me.
Hey, you got to make moves out here, people. So get in where you fit in. If you stay stagnant, you ain't getting in nowhere.
Man.
Amen to that. Like that. And there it is. Mic drop.
Mic drop, man. If you need to be a side dude, be a side.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Back on that
Get those lavish gifts and your bills paid.
There could be some benefits to being a side dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm definitely a big advocate of reading, and so shout out to the folks at Bookspring. My daughter is doing great. She didn't want to read at first, and I was, telling her that reading is one of the most important things you will ever do in your life. You ain't got to depend on nobody if you know what you're talking about, if you know how to read. And right now she's being a real big advocate for that. So I just advise anybody who has a young one, sit down and read with them, show them some words and challenge them on words. You know what I'm saying? Don't just make it about the lyrics of rap songs. We all know the songs, but it's knowing how to read books and read about our history, read about the things that our ancestors have done, the things we've been involved in, the great stuff, the civil rights movements and everything else, and inventors, wonderful women and men who have made an impact on this country, people of color, people of black folks, people of color that have made impacts on us, and reading about that is fundamental. I